Hello and welcome back to Planet Crafter. Last we left off, we made 2 rockets and launched them into space using our lovely rocket launch pad that we definitely didn't forget exists. That gives us tons of benefits. And we were able to make some algae generators that can finally give us some lovely algae. If it's... give me any? Oh, it probably needs to grow first. What's this? Oh. Okay. It's not done growing, but that's fine. I'll take some. I'll take some early algae. And so with that, we can actually grab some of the eggplants that we can no longer eat, unfortunately, and make some grass spreaders to utilize some of the plants, like the Tusca seed. So before we get started on that, we've actually got to go and grab some super alloy, because I don't have any super alloy to make the flower spreader, nor to make the bio lab necessary to craft it. So we'll just go to the maze, give us the lovely super alloy that we need. Here we are on the ridges once more to try to grab some more super alloy. I'm just going to jump from cliff to cliff as we grab the super alloy.
Parkour! Michael, parkour! Parkour! Extreme! Parkour! Parkour!
And after a lovely haul of some super alloy, we can go ahead and get started on making our biolab and our grass spreaders, or flower spreaders. Now we've got our biolab. We should have enough for at least 1 fertilizer. So now right over here, we'll go ahead and place our first flower spreader. And because the Tusca is the one that gives the 400 multiplier, that's the one we're going to throw in there. So we got a lot more oxygen from these little tiny flowers. And so the Tusca seeds are finally done growing for the first little set. We've got these nice little plumes of flowers and grass for the rest of it. And so over here, we'll go ahead and make our next flower spreader, also with Tusca, to give us an additional 644 parts per quadrillion. But if we wanted to now make some more, we need to go to the sulfur area to grab some more sulfur. So after a quick collection of the algae, we'll go ahead and run back over there. And here's all that remains of ice wall number 1. Still starting to melt at 100 nanokelvin, but now just a small little iceberg. And back into the stinky, smelly fart crater.
Ew!
And now that we have way more sulfur than I think we'll use for quite some time, we'll go ahead and run all the way back home and place in our storage. But it looks like our oxygen is going up significantly faster. With just those 2 flowers, makes about 1200 parts per quadrillion. So our oxygen's going up pretty quickly. Heat's still being exceptionally slow, but we only have 2 heaters right now. And pressure's going up pretty quickly as well. And probably our fastest to increase is our biomass. So we'll go ahead and make that even larger with even more fertilizer and more flower spreaders. We're going to go ahead and make another flower spreader. We're going to make it right over here, make this little hilltop a little bit more luxurious. And out of power, of course. As per our usual motto of not paying attention and placing as much crap as we can without verifying we actually have the power to do so. We can actually make another nuclear reactor. So now we have 3 of them. We put the normal Tusca in this one, but we don't have another Tusca, so in this one I decided to use the next best parts, or the best multiplier, which is the Nola, which are these pretty pink flowers. So now we'll also have variety while creating way more oxygen and even more biomass. And all of a sudden we lost power. So I think it's actually because our part of our solar farm went underwater. I'm actually genuinely impressed that that's a thing. I figured they would have just kept operating as normal, regardless if they get submerged or not, but it actually appears that it actually does that. That's awesome. That's some attention to detail that is unnecessary, but lovely nonetheless. And so, even though it is lovely that they added that detail, it also kind of sucks, because now I have to go and move that entire solar farm, and to not waste all of the potential, I've got to start moving some of those above the water. And so we just moved all of the solar panels, and we moved some of the drills up as well to make sure that we are still producing as much power and pressure release as possible. And so now we are completely out of uranium, so we're going to go ahead and make a uranium rocket. And we'll go ahead and launch into space. Please bring me tons of uranium. Last one, so now we'll go out and mine as much of it as we can. And literally as we're grabbing our uranium, another asteroid or another meteor shower comes in, so let's try to not get hit in the face with more meteors. I also just realized that my heaters that are down in my original place have been underwater this entire time. Meaning that the entirety of the time that I've been playing with the water rising, my heaters have done absolutely nothing.
Oh, there's a big surprise!
But we are 77% through the lake stage. So our lake is getting rather large. It has completely submerged everything except the last 4 little windmills, so the tops of them are coming up. But for now, what I think I'm going to end up doing is making a bunch of rockets, or at least trying to, because we have no super alloy left. We used all that we could from the maze area, so we're probably going to grab the aluminum from over there from our extractors and then use it to manually make super alloy. So it will be a second until we can actually use any of that stuff. And so we're back with a bunch of super alloy that we made from our aluminum mine. Now we can go ahead and right in here for our lovely rocket engine crafter. So we'll make 2 more rocket engines. There we go. So we got 3 rocket engines total. We can make a plants rocket at some point. We need tree bark. I don't think we can make any tree bark with what we have currently. We can still make our asteroid attraction rocket for our uranium and our magnetic field protection for iridium. And we're actually going to grab some more iridium because we need more iridium rods for these lovely rockets. That's fantastic. One after the other. And maybe since we hit the 50 megatera index marker, we're in the next phase. So now we have crossed over when we hit the 50 megatera index. We crossed over from lakes into moss. So now I'll hopefully see the ground itself slowly turn green. Our nice lake is absolutely massive. Thankfully, our drill, right there, the one that's closest, is right into the edge, just drilling into the water, but not enough to make it not function. For the plants rocket, it required tree bark. So we need a biodome T2 that generates tree bark, but they don't happen until 12 microkelvin, so we do need quite a bit more heat. And just as we run out of power, we get a message, so we're going to go find out what that message is after we turn back on the power. And so thankfully we can actually still operate our equipment even with the power out, so we can make an explosive powder. Because we're going to try to upgrade our reactors. And this will be the first one that we make. But here is a T2 nuclear reactor. So we've got 3 small ones and 1 massive T2. So the small ones give us 86 kilowatts per second. This one creates 331 kilowatts a second. So it's a massive spike. That one reactor makes more than all 3 of these combined. So with that, we should have power for quite a while. I do have 2 iridium rods, and I want more heaters, so I need aluminum, titanium, and silicon. Aluminum, silicon, and titanium. Here we are. Create 2 more heater T3s. Now our heat is almost double yet again. So we're going to keep adding to our heat capacity because we really need more heat. Because then we can get our biodome, and if we're lucky and we can speed it up even quicker, we can get additional drills. We're going to go ahead and launch another rocket off into space. And we'll go ahead and build another iridium rocket. Oh, what? What was that? Oh. Please tell me it still works though, even though it's just bouncing about. It looks like it did. That's beautiful. Rain it on me. Don't hit my face, but rain the iridium on me. Just for good measure. Here's another one. What? What is happening? Why are oh, the rocks collide with it. Bye. I was gonna go in the cave. And so from those 2 rockets, we ended up getting 10 total iridium rods. So I am super happy with that. That is a lot of iridium from 2 little rockets. And now our pressure index is actually starting to get a move on. It's still slow, but it's moving. Meanwhile, our terraformation stage, we're actually starting to make noticeable change on this. So thank goodness we found that rocket launch pad. And so now we have enough to go ahead and make some more flower spreaders. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, is start spreading a bunch of flowers in different places. And right now the best multipliers are gonna be the Pestras, I believe. No, the Nolnas are gonna be the better with the 300 multiplier. So we just added 3 more of them. They're not as good as, say, the Tusca, which gives us 644 parts per quadrillion. Well, these give us only 483, but with another 3 of them, that adds another almost 1200, almost 1300 parts per quadrillion, so still quite a significant difference. And our limiting factor is still actually our super alloy production. So what we can actually do is increase our production of aluminum and everything by adding more drills or ore extractors. So there's another 2 drills to double our aluminum and hopefully our super alloy production. I almost completely forgot, we got a new message not too long ago, so we're going to go ahead and read that. Message from Riley. Use the ore extractors in different areas to extract specific materials. Well, the only ones that I've been able to extract is aluminum, and other than that, it just gives me iron. Doesn't give me uranium or iridium or any of that. Rockets are really important to help boost your generation of blank. Well, that would have been very nice to know like 2-3 episodes ago. That would have been really nice to know. But no, you're gonna send it really late and tell me after the fact, after I've already sent like a bazillion rockets into space. That's fine.
Ooh, someone's salty.
And so we just added a lot more heaters, and so now we're at 12,000 picokelvins per second. So hopefully we can unlock the next tier of stuff in the heaters, which is the T4 drills, and the Biodome T2, which requires a lot of algae and a lot of water. And so with our nuclear reactors upgraded into the T2s, our submerged stuff being placed outside of the water, smashing many meteors into the ground just for our own liking, and lakes dotted all about the area, and even spotting some flowers everywhere. So that is all the time that I have for today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one.